All right, I don't like that right there. I can tell you right now. We're getting that out of here. Hi, Sag. How you doing? I hope I'm not too loud. I might need to adjust the volume here a bit. Ah, geez, I'm way down, so hopefully I'm not too loud. If you need me to crank it up, it looks like I'm very, very low. Actually, I'll crank it a little bit here. Crank it. Woo! There we go. That should be better. Anyhow, Sagittarius. Very, very nice to see you. We are doing the Cartomancy today. This. Did you see that? Look at that. Eh? I want you to see that. That flew like that was like a magic trick. I'll do it again just a sec. That was like a magic trick. Look at the cards that came out. This is very, very, very interesting. So, if you read the description, there's something big happening this month and next month. This is huge transition, doorway, world fool time. This is October is the 10 and November is the 1. And there are things that you have to leave behind. You have to quit, you have to leave, you have to complete, finish. I don't know what it is. And you know it. You know it. And November is the 1. In November, you are getting ready to take a new step and into something, and this is going to be glorious for you. Okay, I want you to know. Don't fear it. Hi there. I'm so glad you could join me, honey. Um, I know who it is, and um, I can't see very well. I either got to see close or far away, and I can't do both with these glasses. But hi, Cole. How you doing? Um, so anyway, so it's so interesting that you got the 6 and 10. Before I get going talking too much, I want to cut the cards, and then I'll talk about all that is here. The cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards. If you don't know that, these are just regular playing cards, and this is the old way. This is the old way. So I'm going to deal these out, and then I'm going to just get on right on into this. But how interesting! And the 6 is, I'm wondering if there's something that you need to restore, because I had a real strong sense of that this morning. Something about restoring something in yourself, your relationships, or, somewhere here. Maybe it's restoring your peace, self confidence. I don't know, but I heard that, felt it. You may want to take something old that means something to you and bring it back to life. Spend some time with it, polishing it, sanding it, um, giving it new life, because there's a real strong energy of that right now in this next 30 days. Big time. Okay. And you are coming into your sun season, more than 30 days, but give or take a week. So this is a really powerful time for you. Very powerful. But it's more to do with this October November shift, I feel personally. Nobody out there may be saying this. Doesn't matter. I feel it. I feel it. So let's get it all going on here. So back to the bones here. So the 6 of Hearts is when we are taking steps in relationship. And this is also a restoring kind of feeling, we want to make things better. We want to work together. We want to have good relationships. We want to have people in our lives. So we may extend that olive branch and forgive, forget, apologize, who knows what. And also we're going to welcome into our lives people that make us feel good or that we're inspired by, that sort of thing, you know? So this is about building relationships, and there could be one in particular in your life. And here we have the 10. Now, in a lot of ways, the 10 is completion, and this is completion in a relationship. Like I said, I've got a feeling of restore, but the 10 is also about great happiness and joy. And this is what you want in your life now. I think you're taking steps. I think that you want contentment in your life. And this is what you're working toward in your relationship, contentment. You know, this is what you're looking for. The Four of Hearts speaks of some sort of gathering you may go to. You know, we just had in Canada, we just had Thanksgiving. So you could have attended some sort of a Thanksgiving event. And, you know, the Eight of Clubs is like work top, is when we're talking about work, we're figuring out, you know, opportunities and what's going on and trying to network. You know, we're usually networking. It looks like you were networking or there was networking going on at a gathering of some sort. This could have been a gathering with your family or in your community or neighbors, who knows, a barbecue, who knows what, okay? And in the 9, it could be to do in the health industry, okay, is what could have been talking about in the health industry, all right? Because the 9 of Spades is a lot about our health, our illness, or what's making us sick, you know. And I imagine that you were talking about ideas about how to overcome these things in your life, these things that are getting in your head or getting in your heart, or they're delaying you. It's a roadblock in a way, you know. It's a roadblock. Good morning and welcome. So speaking on this level, I want to say that this 9 of Spades can also represent spirituality, like changing, and you might decide to start doing or inquiring about doing something in your career that's more spiritual. It's more about helping people, making people better, starting with yourself. Who knows, you know? But I know that this is good talk. This is good talk about health, you know, improvement. And I feel like you could be starting to take steps in this direction because you're talking, you're inquiring, you're saying, no way, that's going on over at the, you know, the gym or the, you know, the church or and people might start having businesses, but also little stores or events in their homes. And this is another way we can start connecting with each other, you know. So, I feel it strong. I feel it so strong. So, let's get on with it. In your present. See, this is stuck. This is stuck and not happy where you are. Not wanting to stay where you are, but not knowing where to go. Like, what do I do? Where do I go? You know, and this is a feeling of not really having a lot of choices, but it's in the mind, right? It's in the mind. But here's the 9 of Hearts. There's a wish coming true for you. There's something happening. And the thing is you may have a hard time leaving something behind, taking your foot off what is you think is stability, but it's not very stable at all if you don't feel good there, if you don't feel right, if you just don't, you know what I mean? I can tell you got itchy feet in some way, but this is a good thing. You know, you're craving a new direction and you're going to take it. There could be someone, you know, this king usually represents, sometimes it's a very dark-eyed man, or it could be a woman too. This person usually has very dark eyes, but they have a very keen mind. This person, very keen mind. They're very sharp. I'm going to tell you, if you got a legal issue, this is the person you want on their side because they're not afraid to cut to the point, you know. This person may be single, not by choice, separated, widowed, divorced, okay? This might be you, Sagittarius. This might be you. And I also feel this could be because the King of Spades and the Queen usually have some sort of a chip on their shoulder. More the Queen, but I don't want to give the Queen a bad rap. Let's be fair now. And a chip on their shoulder. They're angry, sad, paranoid even. They wear their pain. Okay. And perhaps this is you, Sag, because, or, you know, a lot of people wearing our pain, and you've decided to take a step off this unstable stability, you know. I used to say that disability, you know, that program disability is very disabling. You know, it's funny. It's a wordplay. It's very disabling. And so this is also that you're changing what you're not happy. You're ready to. And it like I said, it's gonna be glorious. Glorious. You just gotta get the courage, Sadie. You don't need to fear it, you know. Wow, Lynn. Right on. Thank you very much. Coming in, you have another 6. So this is taking steps again. You have the 6 of clubs, the Jack of spades, and the 10 of spades. Okay. Now, I feel here. So for some of you, this may have happened already. This might be happening, or it is about to happen. It's coming in. And this is taking steps because of trouble, because you need to end something. There's something not right. It's toxic. It's bad news. It's bad energy. Could be because of a particular person. This person likes to cause trouble. It could be as a result of jealousy, or who knows, a million different things. But it doesn't always have to be a person. Sometimes it can be just troubling news or troubling atmosphere. Anyway, and this is you're wanting to take steps, okay? And to take steps to end this. And it could be work, because when we are doing something good for ourselves, when it's not easy, you know, sometimes we have to face somebody and tell them, sorry, I'm not doing it, or I'm leaving, or I'm leaving you, or, you know, whatever. And it's difficult. We're thinking, I can't breathe. I got to face this person, you know, it's like very daunting, but you need to do it. You need to do it. Okay. This is all good. It's good. Ha. This is getting scary, Sag. This is getting scary. Another 10. I told you this is powerful. 10 of clubs, King of clubs, and the Queen of spades. So there's the Queen. Okay. Now, the King is usually more mentally tactical. Okay. And is sometimes can start to rise above the pettiness that we can be in. We can be in this petty kind of energy and sort of thing. But the King can start to rise above that. The Queen, now this is above you in your mind, can you be careful, because she can bring you back. Okay, not to give the Queen a bad rap. This is male, female energy. It can go either way. Okay, but so what I'm seeing here is this 10 could be a completion in where you're working. You could be deciding that you're not cut out to do this work, maybe not cut out to do it there. You want to do it here, or you're not cut out to do it the way they have their policies. I can't do that way. I'm not that kind of person. I can't run a factory of people. I don't know. You're sticking to your standards, I think. And you thinking, I got to do what feels right and what is right in this world. And a lot of us are taking these steps now, right? We're taking a stand. We're drawing a line. Drawing a line in the sand and saying, no, I'm not willing to do that. Okay. And that's the strength of the King of Clubs. That's the strength of the King of Clubs. This person has integrity. They stand strong. They're usually friendly, charming, but very good at networking and very creative. Can come up with creative ways to do the same thing. New ways to do the same thing. New solutions to an old problem. So this could be a brown or hazel-eyed person around you. This could be a male or female, and this also could be yourself. This could be, that darn thing. I can't answer it. It's going off and buzzing. And so the Queen of Spades could be a very dark-eyed woman. She could be single or separated or divorced, single not by choice, as you know, could have the chip on her shoulder. This could be a couple that you know of, okay? And perhaps you worked for this couple. This was at your job site, something like that, you could be in this couple. I don't think the relationship is coming to an end. I think something about the work, I think, is coming to an end. Something about the work. All right. There's a possibility you could be even moving. I think it's moving jobs, but there's a possibility you could be even thinking about moving homes. Because usually when I see 2 10s, that's a move. But we have 3 10s here. And sometimes, and so I want you to be ready for this, okay? I want you to be ready and not surprised at all right? Sometimes when we see 3 10s, it's you move and then you move again. So the first move is temporary. And sometimes you know it and sometimes you don't. And then you move again to where it feels right. But you needed to take this tricky step to get to there. There's no avoiding it. You can't take the shortcut. You can't. So in your actual work, ambitions, creative pile, you have the Jack of Clubs, the Ace of Spades, and the Queen of Hearts. There is another indication of something coming to an end, Sag. It is written all over the place, okay? And, the Ace of Spades is about accepting an ending. This is where we accept it, you know what I mean? This could be, to me, it's looking like there is possibly, you could have news from a friend, okay, about something coming to an end. This could be a blue-eyed woman, okay? It doesn't have to be blue-eyed. This person is more friendly, they may have had something come to an end for them. They may have received news of an ending, okay? This person is friendly. They're a good person, they're helpful. They could be spiritual. They're definitely nurturing. They're kind. But I feel like they got news of something ending, and it could have been unexpected, to tell you the truth, because it's the Ace of Spades. It could be unexpected. But so this Queen of Hearts could be you, Sag, or someone close to you that it's happening to you, or directly affects you. I'm going to tell you that this directly affects you, okay? Hi, Ann. And Janice. Okay. Suddenly I can focus, and I couldn't see your name. I couldn't focus a minute ago, but now I can see it. I see you out there. So, okay. So here we are down here. I got mixed up with that little pile that sort of belongs in the middle. All right. So this is how others are seeing you or influencing you, okay? And you have the 6 of Diamonds, what is that? Oh, the Ace of Hearts and the 8 of Diamonds, okay? There's a lot of money talk here, okay? You know, you are the 6 again, so here's your third 6. Lots of steps, lots of moves you're going to be making in this next month, Sagittarius, even 6 weeks, okay? Because we have lots of 6s here. So there's a lot of steps you're taking. This is to improve your income. You could be thinking, I'm not going to accept being paid for $14 an hour. I'm 45 years old. I've got a lot of life experience. I'm not no spring chicken. I'm not taking that. No. I'm going to look for something that knows my value, knows that all the skills and everything I have or whatever, And so you're also looking to invest into something you love, something that it means something to you. This could be this could be your time and your energy or your actual money. This could be into your home as well, because the Ace of Hearts is about the home, and the Ace of Hearts is also about relationship and love. So this could be a very something that builds value as it goes along. This relationship, this home. I think you could be negotiating price, money. There could be money coming into you too. Like, I feel like there's an increase in your finances in some way, or your secure position. There's going to be, and there's some sort of new beginning here too, in a relationship, in a home. It could have something to do with your family. There could be someone moving back or moving in, and it helps you financially. It helps you pay the bills or have some money to yourself that you can do something with. You can live instead of having to scrimp and save for a while. But this is how others see you. They're seeing that things are improving in your life. I have a feeling your communication is improving too. You're able to, you're going to laugh at me, but the Grinch who stole Christmas. And when he starts to grow a heart, and you can barely see it, it's just a crumb in there, and it starts to grow a little bit more and a little bit more. And this is you, Sag. This is your heart. And I'm not saying you were the Grinch, but you could have been unhappy, angered, frustrated, something, maybe hurt. I don't know. But your heart got smaller and smaller there for a while, and it was difficult. And I think it's starting to grow again. It's starting to grow. You know what? Because you're probably starting to put some time and energy into that instead of giving it away. Pull it in. Pull it in. This is going to be so, so good for you. In the foundation, you have the 5 of Spades, the 7 of Diamonds, and the 9 of Clubs. So it's so interesting that I just said all that I said. I don't know what these cards are. Like, they're turned upside down. I don't see them until I turn them over. You've seen the whole thing. And I tell you, in the foundation, the root of the issue is that you felt loss. You felt loss. And I think this is you could have got ripped off. Someone could have lied to you. You were hurt, felt hurt, whether it was intentional or not. Because I feel that things damaged you a lot more than they were intended to. Could have not even been directed at you. You just felt the fire from it. And so you felt lost, and I think that you realized that you wanted something different. Um, you're starting to change how you're thinking slowly. I think you realize that you don't want to sit in this anymore, no matter whose fault it is. Get over it, for God's sakes. Let's bring some light into our lives. All right. And here this is like the job site. Okay, this is the job site. You maybe start to apply for places. This could have been in what you were doing for a living, that there was some sort of loss, some sort of misdirected energy. The thing is that I think it's the catalyst for what's about to happen now. Okay. I know you felt lost, you felt hurt, you felt gypped, maybe. I don't know. But it's the catalyst for the moves you're about to make now. It's you decide, you know what? Why am I doing this? Why am I staying here? This doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right. And you could have taken an emotional loss, a mental loss, could have felt unwell. Where's that illness card? This could have been, this kind of energy can actually make you feel unwell. I was doing some sort of side work here, and the energy just started to feel really harsh, really heavy, and I noticed myself starting to get sick. My tooth swelled right up. I thought I had an abscessed tooth. I had a lump in my breast, all on the left side, which is, someone told me that's your feminine side. I had a rash on my leg. I had terrible leg cramps going down my leg. And when I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. It doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good. Everything that went away. And it's so weird because I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday to get this lump checked out. I was starting to get real worried. And on Monday, I gave my notice and the lump disappeared. Gone. Completely gone. There's none. She couldn't find anything. Isn't that wild? Because I made a decision that was right for me, that felt good for me, and it was for my best well-being. And this is what I want to tell you, Sag, is that if it's that, sometimes the stuff can make you actually ill. It can make you ill. You're starting to make these changes. You're starting, and you're smart. you know you know you're figuring it out, that you need to put some more sparkle in your more life in your life. But you know I've decided I would like to start reading. I don't read that often, and I love reading, and so I want to start reading a little more and shut that TV off and connect a little more. And so that's one of the changes I'm making, because we can just be a slave to that screen. It's in slavery. So anyway, let's get on to the surprise. This is lovely. It's really lovely, especially after this five of spades. Okay, this is what you're not expecting. Okay, even if you think, oh, I know who that is, Lynn. I know who that is. Sometimes we do, but not usually. You have the Three of Hearts, the Five of Clubs, and the King of Diamonds. So the Three of Hearts says that you're going to be the main focus. All eyes are on you, Sag. You are going to get a lot of attention, a lot of focus, a lot of recognition, perhaps. I think maybe understanding, and I think it's from these olive branches, these changes that you're starting to make, something that heart is starting to grow. 3 times bigger. 3 times bigger. It was upside down, and you're turning that around now, okay? And the 5 of clubs is growth. And this is work that we do. This doesn't come easy. It doesn't. We just don't get handed it. The stork doesn't drop it to us. This is work that we do. This is the energy and the time we put into ourselves because we're worth it. We don't want to be that sad sack anymore, blaming the world. It's time to do a little bit of work here, okay, for the improvement. And this is the person that it could be for, with, the inspiration. This also could be you and the person that you're now becoming, Sag. The King of Diamond is this person is good with money. They're smart. This is the mature person. This is a mature man, but it could be female too. You're growing up, Sag. You're maturing. You're realizing that you need to do this work. You need to maybe it's you putting all the time in yourself. That's who's getting the full attention, is from yourself. And you're putting work into it. You're figuring out who I need to talk to. You're looking up sites and people and answers, solutions, applying, inquiring, trying to find ways, because you want to mature. You want to grow out of this. You are smart, like I said. And so it's time. It's time for growth. Oh, I feel so darn excited about it. Jeepers, jeepers, jeepers. So I want to take a couple of cards from, first I want to take it from the Mucha Terra Tarot. I was saying it with Spanish accent. Terra, Mucha Terra, Mucha Tarot. Okay, they look like this. Aren't they just beautiful? See that? Aren't they just gorgeous? So sometimes I have to look at these cards because it's not obvious what they are. So, tell me for Sag. My, oh my, oh my. Well, I love it. It just always fits so perfectly. The 9 of Pentacles. Sometimes this represents the single card, but not necessarily. The 9 of Pentacles is more about feeling good about yourself, valuing yourself, realizing, holy cow, I'm amazing, Holy cow, I've done so many cool things. And when I bring up my resume, it'd be cool if you made a resume, but not like a resume. Just think of all the things that you've done in your life, and not necessarily accomplished, but cool things that you've done. Like, I was telling my new boyfriend, that's going swimmingly, by the way, that he is a very spiritual person and believes in God and goes to church. And I told him, I've been in the Vatican. And he said, really? I said, yes, I've been in St. Peter's Basilica. And I've seen all the, why I went? I'm not Catholic, but I wanted to see all these beautiful paintings by Michelangelo. I'm very interested in art and history and everything. And I'll tell you, it humbles you, when you see this beauty. And he was touched by that. And he thought, wow, you've really done some amazing things. And he made me realize, you know what, I have. That is really cool. And I want you to think about all the amazing things that you've done. It's not just, I was a mechanic, or I'm really good at baking cakes. It's not always what you can do. It's cool things that you've done, that some people are afraid to do that or dream of it. You've done it. So this is really appreciating and evaluating, not evaluating, a little evaluating, but appreciating and recognizing who we are, what we've done, being proud of our accomplishments and what we've been able to build in our lives and where we are. Yeah, it may not be measured. Don't measure it in material, possessions, and measure it in accomplishments and things that you think, oh, wow, it's just so great that I did that. So that is amazing. I love that to go with this. I would also like to take a card from the Transparent Tarot. Do I have my stand? I probably don't. Oh, yes, I do. I do have my stand. Hold on. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius. Ha! Look at that. King of Swords. King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords, and you got it kind of in the King of Diamonds, although they're not the same. Okay. Don't, because the Cartomancy is quite different. The King of Swords sees things differently. He can see things with a lot more clarity. He realizes the truth. He realizes it. And it's more of a fair position, the king, because he can see it from all angles now. He sees the big picture. He sits at the top of the mountain from the best vantage point. He can see the whole valley, every single thing. And that's you. That's where you're getting to. You're seeing things a lot clearer. You can be honest with yourself and others now. You don't need to hold back. You don't need to worry about their feelings. It's your feelings you need to worry about. Okay? That doesn't mean we need to be mean, but we need to be honest. All right? And this is also maturity. See, he's bald. This king's bald. So this is maturity. And this is about, you know, being big enough to take responsibility. Take responsibility and let others be responsible for their stuff too. Don't take that on and don't push yours on anybody else's. Jesus is clear. It's real good. Real good. And I'm sure you're thinking, oh, thank goodness, Lynn, because I've been in a fog and I just haven't been able to stop thinking or I can't think right. And this, I'm sure this is completely welcome news to you because you want clarity. You need clarity. Let me have a look. Oh, I'm going to just lean forward a little bit here so I can see what you're saying. Oh, thanks, Teresa. That's very nice for you to say. You're completely welcome, Anne, and all of you. It's not easy to go through this stuff, and I want you to realize you're not alone. I can get myself all wound up over something so silly. But the thing is, it's easy to jump in. It's not so easy to jump back out, And I was talking to someone yesterday and they reminded me about tapping. If you don't know about tapping, it's when we can get drawn into and we get in a trance and a trance of negativity, okay? And if you get into that and you start feeling sad and down on yourself, you can start tapping. There's a few, is it here? Look it up on the internet, tapping it, and it's to help you get out of. There's one here over your heart, and I think there's another one here under your ribs, and I'm pretty sure there's one on your knee too. I can't remember all the tapping points, and that's me. I never give you the exact information, but you got to do the work, Sag. Look that stuff up. And the other thing, tapping, is some of the young people, when they're trying to get over their mental health, they wear elastics and they pull that elastic. It's like snap out of it. Snap out of it. And it's a smack on your hand, on your arm to tell you to snap out of that. And so you can use that method. You can use the tapping, whatever might help you work for you. Well, it's my pleasure, Janice. Anytime. Anytime. So as the month progresses, like from the now to into November, like mid-November, you're going to see this start to happen, okay? And you're going to start to make some daily changes, okay? You know, one of the things I decided I'm going to start doing to make myself feel good, I'm going to start singing. I'm going to start singing when I'm in my place and when I'm getting ready. And I'm going to sing loud because it feels good. It feels so good. And nobody can hear me. I don't care. Anyway, turn up your music if you don't like it because I want to feel good. So I'm going to start singing as much as I can. You know, I don't have a pressure on myself about it, but I'm just going to let it go. Let it go. Well, you are absolutely welcome, Geraldine, and to all you guys out there who joined me today. Read the description because I'm telling you this is a very important time right now, and don't feel rushed like you got to quit your job tomorrow and then leave yourself in. You have all month to do this and to figure it out and to think about it and the changes and what you may where you may want to go. And I'm going to tell you, once you start thinking of the energy, once you start getting your mind in that headset, opportunities will come. You'll run into Karen at the drugstore, and she'll say, "Hey, I was just thinking about you. A job came up, blah 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 blah." Or, "I would really love to get together with you and brainstorm ideas on how we could do this." You know, and like I said, once you start putting that energy, the opportunities appear. The opportunities appear. Um, You are absolutely welcome. Sorry, I'm I'm like a little old lady, just scrouching down here to see you. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, I have a shout out to do, and I'm going to say it on every video because I want to reach this person. And I'm worried that you've blocked me, Kathy. I'm worried you blocked me, Kathy. You know who you are. Kathy came to one of the shows, one of the psychic shows I was doing. And at the time, I was given a reading to somebody. And I was right into the reading. Like, we were right in heavy to the reading with this lady. Eh? And Kathy came up to my table. And she didn't have time or something for to get a reading. And I had stopped and I said, "Oh, are you here for a reading?" And she said, "No." And so I went back to this lady to finish talking to her. We were done the reading, but we were just chit-chatting more about it. And I didn't know, Kathy, that you were there just to say hi, just that you're a fan and you wanted to meet me in person. I am so sorry. And it took me a few weeks to get back to you. I got real busy. And I just want you to know if there's no disrespect, and I didn't mean to ignore you. And I can't seem to reach you. I've tried to email you a couple times, and it keeps sending back, bounced back to me. So I want you to know none of that was intentional. And I'm sorry I missed that opportunity to meet you. So, love and light to all of you. Love you so much.